At the corner where the road bent like a tired elbow, there stood a food cart that never smelled like food. No smoke curled from it, no onions sizzled, no oil popped. Instead, a small wooden sign hung from its side, written in careful chalk. Dreams fresh daily. Most people laughed when they passed. "Has hunger finally driven you mad, old man?" they'd shout. The vendor only smiled. His name was Musa, and every morning he pushed his cart to the same spot before the sun had fully decided to rise. The cart looked ordinary: scratched metal, squeaky wheel, a faded umbrella for shade. But instead of pots and pans, it held glass jars, each sealed with wax and labeled in looping handwriting. A quiet night's sleep, the courage to begin again, a childhood afternoon. Tomorrow will be better. People ignored him until the city began to feel heavier. When the factory closed, when rent rose, when hope became more expensive than bread. The first customer was a woman who sold fruit across the street. Her hands shook as she approached. "What do you sell, really?" she asked. Musa picked up a jar the color of early morning. "Relief," he said, "for one night." "And the price?" "Tell me what you've been carrying." She hesitated. Then words spilled out about her husband leaving, about debts, about the fear that sat on her chest every night. Musa listened without interrupting. When she finished, he slid the jar across. That night she slept without waking to panic. In her dream she walked through an orchard where nothing rotted and nothing was owed. By morning the street had noticed. A taxi driver came next, then a student, then a man in a suit who hadn't smiled in years. Musa never asked for money, only stories, regrets, wishes people were too tired to hold anymore. Word spread quietly, the way real hope always does, but not all dreams were gentle. One afternoon, a boy no older than 12 stood at the cart. "I want to be someone important," he said quickly, like a rehearsed line. Musa's eyes softened. He reached for a jar, but paused. "That dream is heavy," he warned. "Are you ready to carry it?" The boy nodded. That night, the boy dreamed of endless climbing stairs that never ended, applause that faded as soon as it arrived. He woke exhausted, but wiser. He came back the next day and asked for a different dream. As weeks passed, Musa grew thinner. Each dream sold took something from him: his breath, his color, the steadiness of his hands. Dreams, after all, had to come from somewhere. One evening, as rain pooled in the potholes, a woman approached who carried nothing but silence. "I don't want to dream," she said. "I just don't want to wake up afraid anymore." Musa had only one jar left. It was unlabeled. He hesitated, then gave it to her. That night she dreamed of standing on the same street corner, pushing a cart beneath a pale umbrella. People passed. Some laughed, some stopped. And though the work was heavy, it mattered. The next morning, the cart stood alone. No jars, no sign. Only a new vendor behind it, a woman with tired eyes and a gentle smile selling dreams to a city that still needed them more than food.